Brightest blessings, everyone. Psychic medium Elizabeth Grove, the Paranormal Priestess, and welcome to the Paranormal Priestess YouTube channel. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. And if you are new, my name is Elizabeth. I am a quantum communicator, healer, and clearer, helping people with their spiritual awakening journeys. And I have a message today that is so very, very important, especially if you have been struggling on your path. If you find yourself having a very spiritual connection with someone and there's been nothing but back and forth and struggle with that, or maybe no contact, or runner chaser, one's avoiding the connection, you're left pining, all these different dynamics. I hear it a lot, especially with the clients who I work with when I do readings. And it is really important to talk about this, right? So there's a lot of people out there who are wanting love, they're wanting affection, they're starving for that affection. It's beautiful to experience a very sacred connection where it's really bringing out so much within you, and both of you are really clicking in, and it's very harmonious, and both of you are just bringing out the best in each other. But a lot of people are not quite understanding the overall picture of union, the union path, what it takes to get to union, but really more so, it's about what it takes to be union. That is really the missing piece for a lot of people, is being union. Because you see, you have to be that energy within you, that wholeness, that completion first, before you can ever have union attract to you. And a lot of people still aren't there yet because they're really operating from a lot of wounds. And when we're on a spiritual awakening path, especially when we meet a connection, a soul connection, a soul mate, a twin flame, there are triggers there, especially a twin flame. There is mirroring there. They are mirroring to you everything. So it's not just waking you up, although that's very important, waking you up to your spiritual path, getting you to be more spiritual, getting you to start a life purpose and all these things. But they are also bringing up the shadow. They are bringing up the shadow, and it's very painful when you're having that mirroring happen and you're having to face some of these wounds. And these wounds are really signifying where you're out of alignment with yourself, where you have not achieved union with yourself. So of course it's understandable that someone would want to desire a beautiful connection, we'll say romantic, passionate, spiritual connection, everything. But if you have been looking for it outside of yourself, and you're finding that you're experiencing disappointment, if you're finding that you're experiencing rejection, abandonment, you're experiencing someone not following along with your mind script, then see, this is where you owe it to yourself to come into a different energy. And you can make that breakthrough, but it's going to be about truly going within, pulling yourself back, going within, and understanding, really being present with, even more than understanding, being present with what's coming up from your shadow, being conscious of that, and allowing those shifts to happen. For a lot of people, this comes down to childhood wounds. It comes down to perhaps a parent or both parents who haven't really given that love or expressed that love, that attention, that validation. And that really affects, of course, somebody's sense of worth, value, whether they feel they're deserving of love. And that can cause someone to create all these different stories, all these false narratives, these fear-based narratives around relationship. And make no mistake, that's the relationship with your own self first, and then that starts trickling down into intimate relationships where you're carrying these wounds, you're carrying these stories, and then you're operating from these distortions. And until we really go within and we really feel out those emotions, the hurt, the pain, all that rejection and abandonment, where we have not been nurtured, where we have not felt we've been chosen, until we're going into that, then nothing on the outside is going to be working out, not in the way that you truly desire, right? A lot of people will connect with narcissists, right? They'll connect with karmic connections will come through. They will have a lot of those lower experiences. But I know you out there, and you want to be able to have, you desire to have this beautiful, harmonious, high level, sacred partnership connection. But that has to happen within first. So the question that I'm going to ask you, which I know that I had to ask myself and really be truthful with myself, is, do you really need someone else to choose you? And if so, why? Why? And then the second question is, are you choosing yourself? Are you really paying attention to your own needs? Are you giving to yourself? Do you know your worth and your value? Or do you feel that you really aren't good enough? And that's really mostly the inner mind going off saying, I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. I'll never be good enough. These things always happen to me. I'm always let down. Someone's always going to disappoint me. Someone's always going to avoid me. There's always somebody who's better. Someone else is always going to be chosen over me. And that, if that is the case for you, if you've had a history with that, if you are still holding on to disappointment, if you're still holding on to resentment, if you're still holding on to putting the walls up, then that is not in alignment, right? You're not in alignment with yourself. And your own alignment is so important. You choosing yourself is so important. Needing someone to be your universe, needing somebody to be that center. That is where you're in separation still. You are the center of your own universe. There is you in unity. You are the feminine polarity. You are the masculine polarity. Choosing yourself and really honoring your boundaries, honoring your needs, honoring yourself all the time, asking yourself every day what you need. You being on that pedestal instead of putting someone else on that pedestal is key to your journey. It is the key to your journey. You are that center. You are the center of the universe. You truthfully are. And the more you search outside of yourself, the more that you are waiting for someone to fill that void, waiting for someone to give you that sense of romance, waiting for someone to validate you, to choose you, to make you feel good enough, waiting for someone to bring you joy, waiting for someone to give you security, safety. The more that you're waiting for someone else to do that, or maybe you're not sure that you're actually doing that, the more you're doing that, you're going to stay in that separation zone. And that is the saddest part of all of this, because you are an incredible person. Whoever's watching this right now, you're watching this for a reason. You are incredibly strong. You are gifted. You have a beautiful heart. You have so much to give. The world needs someone like you. So it's really time for you to own your power. Nobody can give that to you. It's time for you to fill your own voids. And let me tell you, I know it's very hard work. I know that it's painful to have to revisit rejection, abandonment wounds, or betrayal wounds. It's not about getting entangled in the past within your mind. Not at all. This is about you being very present with yourself, present in the now, present in your body, and being the observer of the emotions that come up, being the observer of the thoughts that you normally think during the day. Are they empowering thoughts? Are they loving thoughts? Are they encouraging thoughts? Or are they the opposite? Are they usually criticism? The physical reality is only going to reflect the vibration that you are. So I say to you, see where you are. If you are still worrying about someone coming and bringing union, if you're still worrying that someone is not going to choose you, even if they are a twin flame connection, if you're still waiting on that, if you're still thinking of a person all day long and they've become your main focus or your muse, this is how you know that you're not in that sacred alignment with yourself. When you are whole within yourself, when you are aligned, when you are that union, it's not only about attracting a twin flame or a soulmate. This is also about you being able to really attract all of the best, all of the highest, because when you're complete, you're going to attract completion. When you are aligned, you're on fire. Your energy is super high, and all you're going to attract are opportunities and wealth and optimal health, joy, friendships. They're all quality friendships, quality connections. So it's so worth it. It's so worth it to be able to observe where you are, observe your thoughts, observe your emotions, observe your actions. Really ask yourself if you are choosing yourself, or that, do I need to be chosen by somebody else? Do I need to be validated? Am I needing a relationship? Am I needing romance? Am I needing this validation in order to make myself feel like I'm happy, I'm joyful, I'm beautiful, I have a life? You have everything within you. Everything is available to you. That divine light in which you are lacks nothing. It lacks nothing. You, in fact, lack nothing. Separation is an illusion. Your soulmate or your twin flame not choosing you is an illusion. It's all illusion. And it's time now to realign with truth. So I really hope this helped, because so many people are afraid that they're not going to be chosen. They're afraid of being alone. They're afraid about what that means. They're timing things. The more that you can be aligned and you can stay present, the more that you're choosing yourself, you're making self-affirming choices, you are going to experience magic beyond belief within the physical realm. You won't even have to think about it. It's just going to happen. It's just going to unfold. So I hope that all of you really integrate this message, and I hope you really felt the passion that I put into this, because I just had a major breakthrough with this. And it's such an irony too, because when you come into that state of union with your polarity, with all of the beautiful qualities, the amazing qualities that you are, you don't need anything or anyone anymore. But the irony is, the best seems to show up. So, but you don't need to think about that. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this message, and please remember, I'm always here for you, theparanormalpriestess.com. I do readings, I do healings, light language, very unique light language healing sessions if you need to work on that shadow and you need to go through transmutation, and we can do that and get you in a higher vibration, helping you to step into unity. I also do paranormal extractions too for anyone who are having psychic interferences or entity interferences. I am here to help you in all ways on your journey, and please remember, from the heart of the darkness is born the light. Brightest blessings, and I'll take care, and I'll talk to you soon.